traffic 8821. This is the gingerbread man, the lesson plan. Can you tell me what the genderbread person, what I'm looking at here?
Sure. You want me to describe it to you?
Yeah, real quick.
Yeah, sure. So the genderbread person is used to teach children about gender identity. That is, do you identify as a boy or a girl or a tree or something else? Because there's a spectrum, never-ending spectrum of genders. You can choose your gender. And then gender expression is, how do you express your gender on the outside? What kind of clothes do you wear? How do you behave? Do you behave more like a boy or a girl or a tree? And then the biological sex, they're showing there 3 symbols. One is male, one is female, one is non-binary. Non-binary means I'm not one of those other 2. I'm part of the whole spectrum. And then the whole attraction is, are you sexually attracted to men or women or something in between?
Okay,
That's basically how it works.
Rebecca, you have a website that you have put together, and I really believe that we stop this if we take on the teachers union, if we take on this at the state level. In Texas, they just delayed the vote at the State Board of Education the 3rd time now. It's going to happen in November because people showed up. And so they don't want any witnesses on this one. And unfortunately, our governor, Greg Abbott, is becoming a disappointment and said, I won't sign it, but they can do it if they can get it passed. So what do we do? What do people do? Where can we find like-minded warriors?
Yeah, well, you said the first thing you said, we have to take on the teachers' unions, and that's what we're doing at For Kids and Country, and we'd love help from your listeners in any way they can help us. But specifically, what your viewers can do, they can go to our website at forkidsandcountry.org. Up on the menu items, there's an item called SEXXX Ed, Sex Ed. If they click on that, we lead them to all kinds of other organizations that they can connect with in their area where they can find evidence of the different things that are being taught. They can also go to the menu item called Toolkits. Under that item, we have 2 very important toolkits. One of them describes the sex ed. It leads people to all kinds of information. It gives them ideas on what they can do to fight this at their local level. The other toolkit is for teachers. It teaches them how to stop paying these unions because they no longer have to pay them. Most teachers don't know that.
This is the amazing thing. You are a teacher and you have great compassion for teachers. You say they are just trapped in there. I don't accept that, but I'm going to give the teachers, because everybody loves their teacher. Nobody wants to think they're bad. But it is the teachers union that is just destroying with BLM, with the 1619 project, with this. I mean, it is just poison that they are pumping into our children at a seemingly an ever increasing rate. What do we do with our teachers? How do we deal with that?
Glenn, you are precisely right. The reason I don't have compassion for teachers who know the truth and refuse to do anything about it. I don't have compassion for the ones that call me names and that, call parents names. That's ridiculous. They don't belong in the classroom. But the loving teachers, the good, dedicated teachers who actually want to do what's right for the children, many of them are deceived. The unions have convinced them over decades that the unions are the savior, that they are the ones who come in and protect the teachers from all this. I know teachers who found out about this sex ed during trainings, and they ran to their union and said, oh my goodness, help us, get us out of this mess. Well, their local union is a bunch of teachers like them who just stand with them, who go, this is horrible. So that's the experience most teachers have. They don't realize their state and national unions are completely corrupt. They're Marxists posing as teachers and posing as unions. And so most teachers are naive and deceived. So what we ask you...
No, I'm sorry to interrupt. We just are on a time break, and I want to make sure you are working on a special project about this. Can you tell me when this is going to be ready? And I would like to volunteer any help that I can give.
Oh, we're so grateful to you. Thank you. Yes, I can only be sneaky about this. I can't give all the details because the unions are, nasty. They attack us. But we're working on a massive project with a great team, and we hope that it'll come out sometime around spring, early summer 2021. We've been working on it for 2.5 years. It can blow the lid off these unions and expose them and the sex ed and everything. The only thing that's been holding us back, Glenn, is money. So your folks can help us by donating to it, and we would just love to expose all of this and help to bring teachers and parents and others, churches, synagogues together and fight this nightmare.
Rebecca, thank you very much. I urge you to get involved with whomever will fight this nightmare, and please don't dismiss it. It's like that horror movie, The Call is coming from within the house. It's in the house. It's already here. And it is all-encompassing. You must fight for your children or you will lose your children. And honestly, I truly believe we have to save our children in hopes that they will save the rest of us, because this is going to be their fight. For more on this, listen to today's radio podcast. We had a document dump. The deep state is at it with the Department of Education. We filled you in on all of that. And on tomorrow, the devil and Karl Marx. You don't want to miss an episode. Good night, America.